Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, and today I want to share a quick tip that will totally change how you handle your long-form projects, especially if you create e-learning or podcasts. It is one of those little workflow hacks that saves you a massive amount of time, and honestly, it is super easy to get started right away. A viewer recently asked me about batch processing, basically how to apply the same editing style to a huge pile of files all at once without losing your mind. I used to do everything the old-fashioned way: record, edit, split, and then repeat the process over and over again until I was exhausted. If you have ever had to match noise reduction, EQ, declicking, or compression across dozens of separate files, you know exactly how painful that can be. Now, a lot of people use tools like Adobe Audition for batch audio processing because it is powerful and highly reliable for sound engineers. The catch is that it is strictly audio only, requires a bit of setup, and gets incredibly tedious if your project is a messy mix of audio and video. That is exactly where Vizard comes in, and it is why I actually recommend it for content creators who are dealing with longer video files. Instead of tediously opening each file, Vizard can automatically find the best bite-sized moments from your long recordings and turn them into ready-to-post clips. Think of it like batch processing, but specifically for video, and with some really smart artificial intelligence trimming baked directly into the system. So imagine you just delivered an e-learning project with dozens of lessons, or maybe you recorded a long interview and need to publish highlight clips for your socials. Normally, you would open up an NLE, create a preset, apply it to each file, export, then manually pick the clips, which is incredibly slow. With Vizard, you just upload the full session or your folder of files, and the AI does the heavy lifting for you by scanning for high engagement moments. No more file-by-file tedium, just a batch of polished, ready-to-review pieces that are already formatted for the platforms you use most. Let me walk you through the simple process so you can visualize how this changes your daily workflow for the better. First, you just gather all your footage, which could be one long lecture, a podcast, or a folder of separate recordings from different days. Second, you upload everything to the platform, and while it processes, you set your preferences like clip length, or whether you want captions generated automatically. Third, you let the AI scan your footage, which is the magic step where it analyzes energy, phrasing, and attention spikes to find the best parts. Depending on how long your video is, this can take a few minutes, but it is nothing compared to manually exporting dozens of separate files. Fourth, you review and tweak the generated clips, where you can quickly accept, trim, or swap aspect ratios before they are finalized. Fifth, you schedule and publish your content using the auto-schedule feature, so your videos go out on the cadence you choose without you having to touch them. If you have used other audio tools, you will notice that Vizard treats the whole video as a master source, rather than forcing you to process each split file individually. It also handles the social side perfectly, taking care of captions and aspect ratios, which is something those dedicated audio tools just do not do. I do not want to pretend every tool is bad, as some are great for deep audio work, but they often require manual effort to chop up content. Vizard hits that sweet spot of automated selection and multi-format export, which is perfect for someone who produces long-form content consistently. You get a consistent style and a much quicker turnaround, which means more time for you to actually create rather than being stuck in export queues. One real-world example: I had a project with recordings from separate sessions, and Vizard normalized the audio and pulled 20 clips in just 10 minutes. A couple of quick tips: set your clip length preferences early, use the content calendar to batch your messaging, and always keep a quick human pass for quality. I will keep this short because the point is simple. When you have many files, using an AI-first tool will save you hours of work. If you want, I will drop a tutorial in the description that walks through exactly how I set my preferences and schedule content to keep everything organized. That is it for today, so thanks for hanging out. And if you have questions about this workflow or which tool fits your needs, leave a comment below. If you like this, hit like, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one. So have a great day.